Well, I wanted to start this video with the truck behind me, but when I do this, I look like a locked character on a video game. So we're going to go this way and say, what's up, guys? Big Clive 34 coming at you today with a truck update. So, the last time that we updated the truck, you guys saw me on the dyno at Sloppy Mechanics with Matt throwing a little bit of tune action in the direction of the truck. The transmission didn't exactly like it, and when I unloaded the truck and a couple days later ended up going for a little bit of a test drive, I found out that the transmission really didn't like it. So check out this little bit of fun footage real quick. Fluids that I spilled literally everywhere. When it finally got up to temp, it was probably shut up. It's coming from everywhere. It's coming from back there. The truck started pushing water out somewhere, I think. I don't know. So I'm going to go. I literally haven't cracked into this thing since then. So I'm going to go take a look at it. I have to reclock my turbo because if you know about turbo drains, like people have been telling me in the comments for a really long time, I just haven't got to it. They're supposed to go down because when the oil is forced through the turbo, it is then basically gravity fed back into your motor. The direction I have the drain at is not really accommodating, and it's pushing oil through the turbo seal, and you'll see a little bit of oil in the front of the turbo. So that, in combination with a couple other small things, one of which being the fact that I have to get all the air out of the system. I kind of just threw coolant in and didn't really bleed it because I was trying to get it done last minute. So I'm going to take it apart. Matt recommended that I actually fill the block before I fill anything else. So we're going to do that. Just a couple small things. Diesels Unlimited of Maryland actually finished the transmission. I'm actually just waiting on the converter to come in the mail. So after that, this thing might actually be good to go for the YouTube call out. Yeah, you see here how we have a lot of oil residue being pushed out of the turbo. That's because this guy right here is not pointed down far enough. So hopefully we can just clock that around, have it drain down, come around, and still run straight back into the same deal and clear this belt. Go figure that I was able to locate the 12 and the 14 really quickly, and I have no idea where my 13 got to, but that's the one that all of these bolts are. So in theory here, I should be able to just spin this center section by itself, and the rest of the turbo should stay put because this is molded to the exhaust manifold, and this is hooked up to this coupler here. So let's just see how she blows here. Oh, nice and easy. Look at that, and there comes the oil. Wow, that was actually super easy. Before I'm actually able to dig into that, though, unfortunately for Z, my baby, my two babies are back here. Bogart's sitting on the couch. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? But Z really doesn't feel good today. So, are you okay? Are you okay, babies? You okay? She just doesn't look good even. So I'm taking her to the vet real quick. It's kind of a last minute thing. So if you see me like change clothes miraculously or it goes from night to day, that's why. But when I get back, I'm going to be figuring that fitting out. So whew, hopefully she's good. Look at how sad. Why are you so sad? Huh? You okay? You're going to be okay, I promise. We're going to the vet in like 20 minutes. You're going to survive. Alright, so flash forward a couple of hours. Z's cool now. Say I'm cool. Tell everybody on YouTube that you're cool and you're just not liking this camera right now for some reason. But what happened is her and Bogart, wherever he may be, they like to play rough. And little Miss Lady here, right here about... Oh, I'm not going to... I shouldn't have touched you. I'm sorry. You saw her skin jump like that. She has a little bit of a back issue right now. So I gave her some anti-inflammatories and a little bit of pain medication, and she'll be good. Right, baby? Alright, so we got the turbo all done. Everything with the turbo is done. Turbo's tightened down. The drain is down. Heading downhill. Very downhill. And the last thing I have to do with this drain is figure out how the heck I got that thing tightened up in the first place, because it is very much way back there in a hole. And then figure out how I'm going to run this belt and if I need to like restrain this guy at all right here. So we don't have any contact issues. Then we're going to put the coolant in it, in the block at least, bleed the system out, and fasten this pipe up. And then there's one little, there's an oil leak coming from somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm going to probably have to figure that out before I drive it any substantial distance. And then it'll be done except for the trans. So let's get this thing done. It's hard to tell from this angle, but there is clearance there. It's about 1/8 of an inch, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to secure that hose back a little bit. We're going to shift gears for a minute, throw the coolant in it, and try and find out where that oil leak is, though, so stay tuned. So, I went to fill the truck up with coolant by sending coolant directly into the water pump. And, I'm losing a lot of coolant out of the back of the engine bay area, which is kind of puzzling and concerning, and maybe if you're watching this and know more than me, you know what's going on, but I don't, so off to explore. I crawled all under the truck, guys, and could not see anything. I removed, I guess, kind of like a dust shield for the trans or something, and it was still dripping. I kind of figured out it's a little bit further forward. I have no clue where it is, so I'm still digging. Last thing I'm going to do today, called my dad, asked him if he thought of anything that it could be. He said he's not sure. He'll come over and look at it tomorrow. But the last thing I'm going to do for today is, because the exhaust is literally held on by one clamp, I'm going to go ahead and take the exhaust off and see if I can see anything more. But if not, it's going to have to live on till another day. Funny enough, I recorded a clip for this, but the mic wasn't turned on, so here we are doing a voiceover. From there, I felt around the back of the intake, had some room to jam my hand back there, and lo and behold, the foam piece that kind of, I think, prevents vibrations and prevents crap from getting in the intake valley was completely soaked with coolant. I was still a little bit confused. I didn't really think of what it could be. And people online were saying it could be an intake manifold gasket, which didn't really make sense because there's no reason why a gasket from the intake manifold would really have anything to do with water or coolant. But I figured maybe I was missing something, so I pulled it apart to do it anyway, and I figured that a lot of people say that the intake manifold gaskets on these 5.3s like to fail from time to time, so it would be a good opportunity to beef it up anyway. So from there, we pulled the intake off to replace the gasket, and, well, you'll see what's about to come. I only have about an hour, and I'm going to try and get as much of this done as possible. Shout out to the companies that make lunch meat that comes in these things. Yeah, that's gross, there's still lunch meat in it, because these are the ultimate tool holders to not lose your stuff. Oh, there we go. So we got our 12. There's part of my set that was missing. Hey look, pretty much every 10mm is probably missing from this set too. Why is this even here? I'm about to just trash that piece. Connectors. There we go, got this guy off. I wish the camera was rolling when I dropped that frickin' nut down there somewhere, because I have no idea where the heck it went. Great! Just fucking great! I had like one thread holding it on. So, this should be completely clear for liftoff now. Sweet. Feed line out. Feed line out. Okay. So, put this on the ground real quick. The first thing I notice is it looks like a god dang autumn scented candle in here. Like, what even is going on? In the meantime, over here we have Rusty Rick. Look at this. Oh my. Taking out this little insert from the back of the manifold. As you can see, we are dripping with coolant. Sweet. All this dirt coming out, it's like a pinch for your favorite recipe. Pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, pinch of 200,000 mile engine sludge. This coolant crossover tube might actually go too, because it's fairly rusted. That might actually have been where my leak was coming from. Let's do a little bit of light prying here to try and get this guy up. This is not agreeing. There we go. Off of that side, I'm going to pull this guy off real quick. Pull this guy out. So as you guys might have or might have not seen, pulled this out, was observing it. I kind of looked up here because it's rusty looking. Then I noticed right in here in this little nook right here, where the only part where it's clean, ironically enough, it kind of opened up on me a little bit. So see you later. Time to go buy a new one, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna head to the dealership real quick and try and pick this thing up, because I think it's one of those sneaky parts that you can't necessarily buy at like an AutoZone or an Advanced Auto Parts. So we're gonna run up to the dealership just because I kind of want to do it today, because I have a free day, which doesn't really happen. So we're gonna do that real quick. This is what I was talking about in my video, talking about the secret, like, hidden expenses of doing any kind of build, including a junkyard build. You just, like, things like this happen, and that's, you know, I think like a $70 part. Even if you buy it used, it's like 30 or 40 bucks, and it's just like kind of stupid, you know what I'm saying? So that all adds up. But we're heading to the dealership. It's about 90 degrees today. I really need to get the air condition fixed in both trucks because it doesn't work in either one of them. So the struggle is real. That's a pretty sweet truck. Oh, that was a burp.
Yeah. Just on his stupid ass.
Make sure all of my connectors and such are out of the way. That was actually not that bad. So I guess we're clear to start it up again. Trying to think of any last minute things I might have forgotten, but I can't seem to think of very much. I'll probably think of it once it's too late. So hop in the cab and begin to bleed out this system and get it started, see what goes on. waiting at the light. I guess that's going to be about it. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to turn around, do a quick little pull. The trans is obviously slipping really bad. So we're good to go until I get the new trans in. That's basically all that's left. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to smack that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe down below, and I'll see you when the trans goes in this thing. And we're going to try and do a little pull here to see just how it goes. It's probably going to go awfully, but whatever.